Welcome back to a brand new video, everybody. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Okay. We will begin shortly. I think that will work. Yeah, that will work. We got a long video to do today. I will be starting to include face cam in all my live streams from here on out, probably, more than likely. I need to make sure the stream ain't gonna disconnect. Make sure the camera ain't laggy. Can y'all hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can. I'd be very awkward if y'all can't. Alright, so just to let y'all know, we got a tough series today against the Angels. Playing against the Angels in a set, in a 3-game set, I believe is what we're doing. 3 games, 3 game set in this video. If I feel like it, we'll do Minnesota, but more likely we're just going to do the 3-game set. There's a 50-50 shot of that changing. I don't think it will, but we'll see. This is episode 1 of this White Sox series. I feel like the White Sox are the worst team in this game, so overall they are. They're not good, they're terrible. I'm not really in a rush to get the game started because we're gonna be here for quite some time. I can tell you right now, we're probably gonna lose all of our games, honestly. How's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? Hold on. All right, let's talk. All right, so today we are going up against Angels. Let me show y'all the pitching rotation. This is the pitching rotation for this year. Bullpen is terrible. I'm not expecting us to honestly win any games. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not expecting us to win anything. But My only hope is to scout well. Let me show y'all the sliders. Here's the sliders. Nothing's changed. Everything is what it was when you first start off. See? And really nothing changed. User settings, gameplay. Everything's pretty much the same. Playing on simulation because it makes it more realistic. Presentation mode. Yeah, we'll keep that as that. Well, music, got the music off. I don't want to hear no music, so music's off. Pretty much everything is manual. So pretty much everything is what it was when you started. Nothing's changed. I'll show y'all the roster. Here's the roster we're working with. Terrible roster. I will give it to you. Terrible roster. Relief pitching is the problem we need to work on. Let's do down to AAA. Remove him from the 40-man roster. Add him to the 40-man roster. Move him up. I think his best thing is to have a high overalls. I don't want this dude on the team. I don't want him on the team at all, you know what I mean? Like, that man got to go. We have enough room for one more person. I think it's only best to move this man to the 40-man roster. Joey Gallup. It's only right to do it. Go to lineups. What other positions can he play? He can play left field, right field. Move to left field. He'll be starting pitching rotation. I'll be honest, I don't got no faith in this bullpen. I don't got no faith, y'all. Hold on. Let me make sure y'all can hear me, 'cause I don't know if y'all can hear me. Let me check real quick. Can y'all hear me? Yes. Y'all can hear me perfectly fine. That's fine. Alright, so let's begin. Wait, do I have quick counts put on? I don't think I do. Okay. Nah, we ain't gonna have quick counts on. I actually want to play authentic. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this team. I don't like the way we're built. This team is terrible. I don't know who idea it was to build this team, but I don't got no faith in it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't got no faith. Yeah, I don't got no faith in this team, Chad.
It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Chicago White Sox. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this.
Opening day. We're in Guarantee Rate Field in Chicago, Illinois. I've been there. I got a picture of me going to visit a Chicago White Sox game. It was the White Sox versus Dodgers in 2022.
Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. So
the year the Dodgers
White
actually lost to the White
with
Sox
a gloomy
in that
outlook
3-game
heading
set.
into the
All
season,
3 games.
Definitely a long shot to contend. Singy, how do they outperform expectations?
I don't have
that fan base
the fact that Luis Robert is expected to have only 20 home runs and that's the team leader.
Maybe a fan favorite has
that's
a
how you
great
know this team's
season.
terrible.
Maybe a prospect really emerges or something, but this roster, it's just not cut out to go toe-to-toe with the league's best. I know it sounds like I'm right.
Let's go 67 and 95. We're going to probably break the record from last season losses.
Gets aggressive and adds some pieces in.
Oh
they contend
yeah.
this year after all.
And now,
the crowd is amped up.
We got pitch first, man. That sucks.
Back with more in a minute.
Chicago
White Sox. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
About to get started here.
5 and 4, 9 games.
Pitcher, Bryce Wilson.
That ERA is terrible.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a
chance
of being successful.
Now at the plate, Luis Rengifo. Up and in, and we're off and running.
That was a strike, bro. What they talking about?
A swing and a miss.
There we go.
That's strike one.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boo. Things change from game times to your daily routine.
There we go. We're working.
But he sure makes the transition look easy.
Off the mark there, and the count's even at 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. Throws him with the heater at the knees.
First strikeout.
So digging in, Nolan Shotwell. Late swing, foul to the left. 1 out, bases empty. Next one misses, and 1-1. Tap foul at the plate. 1 down, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's cool.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 2 outs. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0.
There we go. Not bad.
Back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Yusei Kikuchi. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts. Power pitcher, he's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them. Fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
I ain't trying to strike out this.
Opening day lineup for the White Sox, and Chris, virtually anything.
This team is terrible.
Improvement over 2024.
Well, there's no way to sugarcoat it, Boog. Not when they broke the record for most losses in a single season. It pains me as a former White Sox player, but I have to imagine they're not going to be that bad again this year. And I can tell you,
this team always going to be bad.
White Sox
I don't know what these
fans
announcers are talking about.
Team. Here's hoping they get to do just that.
Okay.
Swing and a miss, struck him
Oh,
out.
I should not have swung at
Couldn't
that.
catch up to the heater.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and
Brings it in for the third
Yeah.
out. We head to the second on the south side. No score. Back at right field. All set for the start of the inning. So in now for the Angels, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler.
Soler, a former All-Star, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was born in Cuba.
Yeah, he was born in Cuba, chat.
And he takes a strike. Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
The pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Line drive and a base hit right there. And a good start to the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Strike two.
Well, that's that slope right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to. James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does better. Nobody out, runner at first. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. That one got him pretty good, but perhaps the silver lining is that it got him in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But, man, that can't feel good. He's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
0-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner at second, 2 down. Here on opening day.
That's a ball.
Outside low. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out.
Bottom half of inning number 2. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert.
Luis Robert Jr.
Into center. That gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Wastes no time there. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Sliced hard but foul.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
And the 0-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Andrew Vaughn now. Swings through that one.
Bro, slow down the
The
middle,
number
bro.
3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Hit in the air, left field. Taylor coming on. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Yasmani Grandal, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
Off to a great start.
Oh,
Really
why is he
out there
throwing
on the
so
mound.
terrible,
He's got a
bro?
chance
Yo,
to
what's
get through
up?
these first 2 innings
What
with
up?
under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Bro, I can't deal with this. Bro, this dude is pitching terrible. He's pitching terrible.
And one left. We head on down to the top of the third.
This dude finna make me start doing drugs. I'm telling you straight up. Yo, what's up? How you feeling today, dude?
Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. Wilson back to work. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
The White Sox need... Yes, the White Sox do need a rebuild, so I'm rebuilding them. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard to rebuild them, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not going to be easy.
And next for the Angels, Zach Neto. Looked like it was a little bit up. Moniak gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a
I'll be honest, I don't got no faith for them.
Wilson winds and deals.
That's ball 2.
In the dirt. To second for
No!
one, and it's over his head.
I messed up. Chat.
Definitely trying to work down and get that.
I messed up. I messed up. Bro, this team, this roster sucks. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, this roster is terrible. The highest overall is like a 77, and that's a closing pitcher.
Man at second. The other way. Base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Safe. And the runner from second scores.
They can't get any worse than last year.
It's 1-0.
They were terrible last year. Let's be honest. They were awful. I'm a Dodgers fan, and I hate seeing teams lose as bad as they do.
For the line drive base hit.
And here is Luis Rengifo.
That's out.
Throw save. That's a stolen base.
Oh my God.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
You know, these Angels do a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one ripped. Going back. It bangs off the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily.
I don't know what to do.
You hit that ball really well.
Hold on. I gotta move the camera. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I gotta move this camera.
Stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but
Hold on, I gotta move it.
happy with an extra base hit.
The camera was in my way.
And
Yeah,
now
the
he
camera
looks
was in my
back
way,
to
so I had to
second.
move it. Alright, let's go here. Bro, this whole bullpen is terrible. Let's just warm up this dude. Warm him up. Let's just warm up the closing pitcher. Because I'm not putting no
Now a
50
chance
overall
for
in the
Nolan
game.
Shotwell.
If that's the case, I might as well blow this whole game. If that's the case. Wait, I'm gonna move this camera again. I don't like the way it is. Give me 1 second. There you go.
0-1. And a strike in there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Stays alive.
Come on.
1 ball, 2
In the
strikes.
dirt. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Lunging, but can't bring it in.
Bro, my God.
Now batting, right fielder. Mike.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm simming this inning because this like
And we're back
I can't sit there and
as
keep
we go
doing this to us.
To the last of the third.
We just
Now
gave up
it's the
4
veteran
runs in that
outfielder,
alone inning.
Michael A. Taylor. And it's foul
I
away.
had faith in us, and that crashed and died. That crashed and died. Bro, why is he throwing up like that? Okay, I'm gonna have to keep my eye on these pitches now, bro. I'm gonna really have to do this.
That misses,
1 ball,
and that's
2
ball
strikes.
1.
Okay.
Swing and a miss. Struck him
What,
out. He's
bro?
notched 4
Why is he
strikeouts
not
now.
throwing in the zone, bro? Okay.
Ninth, the
And now we'll see one of the
Number
top
83.
prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Colson Montgomery tied him up inside with that one.
0-1
Bro, I'm finna start smoking, bro.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
That pitch
No ball,
started
2
in
strikes.
and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for
1
a
ball,
left-handed hitter
2
to track.
Okay.
Caught him looking for the K.
What?
It's his first strikeout at this level, but it definitely won't be his last. So, you know, these early at-bats are all part of the process for a rookie. And trust me, big league pitching just looks different than minor league pitching. He still has plenty of opportunities ahead of him in this one, though.
Rojas stands in here, takes ball 1 low. That one finds the zone. Strike
I got a
1.
ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. This to third. Moncada tosses to first, and the White
Yoan
Sox go
Moncada.
quietly.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. The White Sox
Fourth,
should have kept
so in now
Yoan
for the
Moncada.
Angels, Zach Neto.
Shortstop.
Pitcher's getting tired. I already know.
The pitch. And that's a strike.
Well, he hasn't
Okay.
quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Back to the
Now
top of the
batting,
lineup,
second
Luis
baseman,
Rengifo,
Luis
the next to
Rengifo.
hit for the Angels. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Grounder might be 2. There's 1
That's an out.
on the ball. 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to
Dang,
get
look at
inside,
that.
create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for LA, Nolan Shanuel. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. And it gets by him. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump.
Alright, we're gonna change pitchers. He's tired.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Bryce Wilson out of the game, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. To be honest, that's not gonna cut
Now
it.
pitching for the
Bo
White
Brisky
Sox,
taking over on the mound.
number 8.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. He hasn't wanted to challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Next offering upstairs. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Out number 3. Angels leave one, but they're in front 4-0. Here on the south side, Joey Gallo steps to the plate. Late on that fastball.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often, so got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Okay.
Gonna count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. And they take care of Gallo for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And first offering is fouled off.
Okay.
1 down, base is empty. Fought off foul.
But this team sucks. This team sucks.
Swings and misses. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Luis Robert.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
1 with a single so far. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. No play. That's an infield single. So a man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa. And a foul ball.
Okay.
And that's fouled off. The White Sox down by 4 here on opening day. On its way to the corner. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. Bet the hands are still stinging after that one.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Ohapi down to first with it. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. 1 hit, 1 left. We're headed to the 5th. Angels 4.
We gave up 10 hits already, and it's going into the 5th inning.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Brisky goes 6 feet 3 inches, 200 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that's the first out.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Tachman hauls it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs. Here comes Yoan Moncada. In there for strike 1.
I ain't gonna lie, they should have really kept me on Moncada.
And ball 1.
That was bad on me.
Downstairs to Moncada. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. Home half of the 5th coming up. Angels 4 and the White Sox nothing. Back here on the south side, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Andrew Vaughn. That to right. Trout is there. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for the White Sox,
Yasmani
catcher,
Grandal up to hit.
Yasmani Grandal.
Swings through that.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive,
strikeouts on us already.
Anyone. I mean,
come
this
on, man,
guy's
we
just
suck.
going
We
right
suck,
after
man.
hitters, filling up the strike zone.
It's gonna be a
and it
progress
looks
to make this
hitters,
team good.
They're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Swings through that one.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
1-2 here. Got him swinging. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. They trail it here 4-0. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. So in now for the Angels, Taylor Ward. Fastball for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Not close with that one. 1-2 to count. Got it. That K is his 3rd of the game.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1. Bases empty, one away here on opening day. Next pitch is outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And a swing and a miss. And 2 away now. 2 down, bases empty. And now the shortstop, Zach Neto. There's the strike. 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
0-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nothing doing here this half.
3.
9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. Angels 4 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery. Inside, and that is ball 1.
You know, these White Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
0-1 now. Center field. Moniak in position. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Joey Gallo. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. That one felt good. His first homer of the year. It's 4-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here's Mike Tauchman, and he chases a high fastball there.
0-1's the count.
And a base hit. So Luis Robert now gets a chance with 2 gone.
All over that one right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
Robert at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. And a swing and a miss there.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The delivery to Robert. That one 95 to finish him off. White Sox draw a bit closer thanks to this. We go to the top.
I was awesome.
This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas, just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not in the Hall
in your neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
And a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. So up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. This one popped up right side. And there are 2 outs.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
That one fouled off. Sosa off of first with 2 away. Next offering is fouled back. The White Sox down to their final strike. That one way outside, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't.
That was a terrible game. We sucked. We sucked. Oh, I accidentally simmed the game. I didn't mean to sim it. Huh. At least we won. I didn't mean to sim it, but it is what it is. But we suck. We got a lot to work on as a team. I honestly don't. We got a lot to work on. Damn, Cubs are 4-1. Whew. Damn, Dodgers are. What's that record? I can't even see that record. I don't even know what their record is. I was Dodgers, man. I would be crashing all right now, chat. Can we? Hold on. I want to see MLB ready. Okay, so we can get. That'll help out our bullpen. Yeah, that right there will help out our bullpen. Look, just look at that. We just need help. We need help. That's what we need. We need help. So we need MLB ready. So only. Oh, we can get 2 players right here. We don't need a closer. Brian De La Cruz. He old. He's 77 over. Oh, I don't know, man. I just offer that trade. I want to get rid of some of these older guys. Some of these older guys are not even gonna make a start for us. These older guys are not gonna make starts for us because they're too low. Honestly, the goal is just honestly to help the bullpen. That's honestly what the goal is. We gotta up that bullpen help. That's what we need to do. These players are all ones up for MVP right now. Alright, let's begin the next game. Alright, let's hop in here.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Chicago White Sox.
Cody Bellinger records his 600th career RBI. Flyers 7 innings, 2-hit ball and win versus Rockies. 1-hit ball and loss versus Rays. Of course, his 100th career victory. This team sucks. All
right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Sounds about reasonable. Looks reasonable.
Just about set to go. Towing the slab in today's game, Jonathan Cannon.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Next offering is fouled back.
Okay.
And misses inside.
Oh, these pitches are inaccurate like a mug.
Got him looking. And one away. And here's the first baseman, Nolan Shotwell. 3 for 9 of the series coming in. Ball one there. One out, bases empty. Chop to the right side. Handles, throws to first. Nice, efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound. Mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
That's out to center field. Gallo makes the grab, and that is that. On to the bottom of the first. No score.
Okay.
Back here with my pal Singy. Our starter in this one, Reed Detmers. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players in the league. We'll see today. He'll have a real opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong.
Breaks his bat, pops it up. Detmers makes the play. One down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Here's Mike Tauchman.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
That one the other way. Jumps, but it's off his glove. No throw, and he's on at first.
Batting fourth, designated hitter.
Runner at first with 2 away. Next to hit, Luis Robert Jr. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And that should be extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. And here is Sosa to the plate. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Hammered on the line, base hit. 1 runs in. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And the batter now, Andrew Vaughn. Lined, and that's a base hit. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead. And now up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I got 1 ball, 1
Sosa,
strike.
the lead runner at second. Vaughn at first, 2 out of the inning. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. New inning getting started. Jorge Soler up at the plate. And that one clips the corner.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and quickly 1 away in the second.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone in that at bat until that final pitch, and as a hitter you sense that they're coming after you, not dancing around the strike zone. They want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Logan O'Hoppe now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Two down, nobody on. And now 1 and 2.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Angels go down. Back at right field, here's the veteran outfielder, Michael A. Taylor.
Michael A.
Detmers back to work. Taylor, a former Gold Glove winner, in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2009. That one found hard the other way. Catcher has it, fires the first. In time to get him, one away in the strikeout. Colson Montgomery digs in now, looking for his first big league hit right here. That's a little bit low. Not even close there. 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. But when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Rojas now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. A little up front there as he swings through it.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter, to track.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. Ohapi down to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. So they make short work of him there. We played 2 full. It's the White Sox 2 and the Angels nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Taylor Ward.
And the first offering is not close. Ward with a homer in his last game. Inside, almost got him.
2 balls, no strikes. 3-0. Yeah.
That's ripped. Base hit. And a good start to the inning. Around first, heading for 2. It's a leadoff double to start the 3rd.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the center fielder, Mickey Moniak. Again, a throw to second.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone. Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got
in plenty of time to first and one away in the top of the third.
That was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give you.
And this ball gets down. It's a hit. 1 run's in. Now the second run is in. It's 2-2. A 2-run double.
Well, we're starting over. 2 RBIs with that swing, and this one is tied. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Mike Trout getting ready to hit. And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it.
Slides, but it gets by him. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 3-2 at the plate. Jorge Soler went down on strikes his first time through. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. On the ground, and it goes just foul. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. 3 runs for him here. Set for the bottom of the third. Now the left fielder, Joey Gallo. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Swung on, belted. That one carrying, and it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. That'll fire up the dugout. His second homer of this series, and this game is tied. It's 3-3.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Chapman, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. To third, Moncada. Tosses across to first. Tuckman is gone.
Now batting.
So here's Robert now. A double and a run scored his first time up. Swing and a chopper out to short. Throws across the diamond, and they take care of Robert for the out. Now it's going to be Lenny Sosa. RBI single his last time up. Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Andrew Vaughn, the next to hit. This one in the dirt.
0-1's the count.
On the ground, right side. Rengifo to first. That ends the frame. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. As we go to the top.
All right, let's send this on.
Jose Suarez on the pitch out of the pen here. This is his first appearance of the season. Taylor at the plate now as he chases after that one.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Ward makes the catch, and there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Josh Rojas now at the plate. Swinging a foul out of play. Nine 6 the final in this one. Kenley Jansen picking up the save.
Alright, so next series is the Twins, and we're going to continue this tomorrow. I'll see you on the next video.